I left a family gathering after they called my girlfriend my friend. I'm bisexual. I came out when I was 20, back in 2013. My parents didn't take it well at first. They didn't yell, they just went quiet for a long time. The kind of quiet that says more than yelling ever could. Over the years, they stopped bringing it up, and I told myself that was progress. Then 2 years ago, my younger sister Dana came out as a lesbian. She said she'd always known. The day she told us, she and I had an ugly fight. She was mad I hadn't noticed, and I was mad because for over a decade I'd dealt with our parents' weirdness alone, while she sat there safe. In the middle of that fight, she looked at me and said, "You're straight anyway, so nothing would really happen to you." I let it go. We made up a week later, but I never forgot she said that. After she came out, I started noticing things I hadn't let myself notice before. My parents weren't homophobic toward me exactly. They just treated me like a kid going through a phase everyone was patiently waiting to end. I'd had 3 girlfriends and 1 boyfriend since 2013. In their eyes, I was still just straight, on some kind of long detour. One afternoon, my friend and I were at my parents' house grabbing boxes I'd left there, and I made a dumb joke using a word for lesbian, the kind of jokey mean thing you'd call a fictional villain. My dad interrupted to tell me to watch my mouth because it might upset Dana. Dana wasn't even in the room. Worse had been said about me for years, and nobody had ever jumped in like that. Then came Christmas. I brought my girlfriend Ren home for the first time. We'd been together 2 years by then. Dana brought her girlfriend, who she'd been dating about a month. All night, my parents called Dana's girlfriend her partner, asked her real questions about her job. Ren got called your friend 4 separate times, in that tone people use for someone they're humoring. I brought it up after dinner. They actually apologized, said they'd be more careful. Dana was the one who got angry. She said I was still pretending, and asked when I'd get tired of it. She told me it was because of me and my game that she'd waited so long to come out, and that she hated straight people like me who acted obsessed with queer stuff for attention. I should have seen that for what it was then. I didn't. In March, my Uncle Frank turned 60, and it became a whole family thing at his house. Caterers, cousins in from out of state, the works. I brought Ren again. Dana brought her girlfriend again too. My aunt asked Dana how they met, asked when they'd move in together. Then my dad turned to me, with Ren sitting right there next to me, and asked when I was going to find a husband. I told him I was seeing someone, right now, sitting next to me. He said, "But you won't be roommates forever, right? Someday you'll settle down, start a family. It's nice having friends close by, but are you ever actually going to date anybody?" I said her name again. I said girlfriend again, slow, like he was hard of hearing. My mom jumped in to back me up, and so did Ren, gently, and that's when Dana said the rest of the family had a point, that everyone was tired of my pretending, and that she needed a break from it. I stood up so fast my chair scraped the floor. I grabbed Ren's coat off the back of it and we left. Nobody stopped us. 3 days later, my cousin Renee called, not to check on me, to tell me Dana was furious because some cousins had told her she was overreacting, and joked she was just bitter about being freshly single. Then Renee mentioned, almost as an afterthought, that Dana had called our mom back in November, before Christmas even happened, and told her to just say friend for Ren, so I wouldn't get, in Dana's words, even more encouraged. I called my mom and asked if that was true. She went quiet, the same quiet from 2013, then said yes. Dana had asked her to do that. "Why would you go along with that?" I asked. She didn't have an answer that made any sense. Something about not wanting to upset anybody during the holidays. I called Dana next and asked her straight out why she'd done it, why she'd go behind my back to erase my relationship on purpose. She didn't try to deny it. "You already get enough attention for it," she said. "I didn't need you making my thing about you too. It was never about you," I said. "You made it about you, the second you called our mother." She hung up on me. My dad texted the next morning calling me capricious. Said he didn't know who raised me this childish. My aunt texted saying I'd turned Frank's 60th into a circus, and owed everyone an apology. I answered neither. I blocked Dana's number that night. Then my father's. My mother's I left open, in case she ever wanted to say something real instead of convenient. She hasn't called. I'm moving to Spotify. Search TurtStories and follow.